to hold it. We weren't using it. It was.
I am using it though. I asked you.
I never saw you use it once. I never saw you use it once. It doesn't make any sense. And then you put it on the little roof of the car, and then accident befell. Who put it on?
Oh no, I did put it on. That's me. I don't deny that.
Then why does this need to be an argument?
I don't know, because you said we should stage this. Hello, welcome to another episode of the CapCon Podcast. I feel like you didn't think that's where this was gonna go. I don't think you thought that I was gonna say that, did you?
Welcome everyone to the Capgun Productions
I literally
podcast.
just said that.
I'm your host, Justin Chapman, rightful ruler of Capcom Productions, and here is our guest star. Name?
I don't know, what is it? Justin Chapman?
No, that's my name. What's?
Yeah, I'm asking you, Justin, what it is.
Cameron.
Hey.
Spectrum.
It's been a while since we did one of these. We've been pretty dark on the channel.
Yeah, well, we just have a lot in production behind the scenes. We're always working, fellas.
Always.
But it is nice to make an appearance, step outside for like a whole 5 seconds. I don't do that often. It's nonsense.
I honestly, I do enjoy doing these. Like, I know we've spoken about like how often we want to do this, but I do enjoy doing these. Talking about what we've been working on, experiences that we've had, kind of where we're going.
Speaking of experience, I'm sure that you have plenty to say about what it's like being back in the States.
Yeah, I've been in the States since end of February. It's been interesting. I haven't been back in a year, so...
And what's changed, Cameron?
The fact that we're in a pandemic, but otherwise nothing.
It's only very terrifying to be alive.
I mean, but isn't it always?
I guess... Plus a virus, I mean...
Plus the vitamins?
I could say words. I do voice...
I do voice. This is how.
Usually I need a script. Usually I need a script to behave like a human, and that's the only way that I could like very coherently convey. Dang it!
we're building ourselves into a hole here, guys. This is
usually
great.
I think build is up, like dig down, build up.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
what about creative endeavors? Where are we at in life?
I just noticed I have shirts hanging up behind me.
No way.
That's because I'm traveling again. I'm going back to Germany next week, so I'm getting everything packed.
So why the rush to ditch us, Cameron?
I gotta go back to school.
Gotta go back to school. Just ain't everything remote now. You
can for the most part,
phone call in with your landline.
Why? I don't even have answers to that. But you know, I was really gung-ho about doing this. I wanted to update everyone what's going on. You know, first of all, we haven't done a podcast since the campaign ended. We haven't really been active. I mean, we've been active on like social media, but we haven't been like active as far as the channel goes since the campaign ended. And I kind of wanted to bring people up to speed of what's going on. Maybe you have some news from Danny, what he's doing, because he's been on...
I know Danny has another episode coming out in April.
Cool.
And we're working on our own stuff. We just had a film shoot this last weekend, and that was a ton of fun. Where to recap on it for the people who weren't following the very beginning, because normally when you do something like that, you very quickly catch people up to speed. But we don't play by the book around here.
Do we ever?
The most unexpected part of the film shoot was when
we took a 2-hour break.
We took a 2-hour break for an iPad. This is not just any iPad, fellas. This is Cameron's magical iPad, which it's very important. It has the one copy of the script on it.
So I have my production, all my info. I used to do all paper, and then trying to update my stuff. I went all digital. I have this little iPad mini that I now carry around with my shot list and my script. And if I get a digital monitor, I sometimes try to put it on there and all that kind of stuff. And so I put it on top of the car to do something because we were up at Sandy Hook, which is at the beach.
Specifically because I wouldn't hold it because I thought it was ridiculous that I needed to hold it in the first place, which makes it sound like I'm a bad crewmate. But I wanted to make the point to Cameron that he wasn't using it and that his car was right there and he could just put it down inside. I'm like, it's right there. This is silly. This is silly. If we were on the beach and he had no one to hold it, fine. But that wasn't the case anymore.
Yes. So I dropped it.
As you can see, yeah.
And basically,
the car dropped.
Okay,
it.
I put it on the car and it flew off the car.
Now picture this: I'm driving a few of the crew around, and right behind Cameron's car, he rounds a corner, off into the street, and the guy sitting next to me goes, "Did someone just fall off of Cameron's car?" And I immediately flash back to, oh man, wait, Cameron put an iPad up there.
So why didn't you stop though? When you immediately saw the iPad, we were
in the streets. We were in the middle of the street by that point.
You go to the side, you put on your hazard, and you walk back.
I didn't.
Now
this is a thought that had not occurred to me until right now.
I thought that the whole time. I was like, why aren't we doing that? But
I was waiting for you because I was definitely following you and waiting for you to turn around because I don't know.
There was only limited opportunity to turn.
I was depending on you to guide us to the next location because I had no idea where I was going. But I was immediately radioing you to just check because I didn't know if the iPad fell or not. I didn't know that for a fact. We just saw something kind of in the.
And I was in the car checking.
So that's why we had these really cool radios, guys. I love using the radios, and I radioed in saying
the radios that you first were like, why do we need these?
I did, and I kept saying we're gonna be like right next to each other the whole time. Fine, it was helpful. Fine, I might have even loved it. It might have been the best experience of my life to just radio in silly things while we had a film shoot, and maybe it was the thrill of a lifetime, and maybe I miss it a lot. But that doesn't mean I was wrong.
I thought it was useful. I think they're useful. I think they're good to have. But that's just me, apparently.
Well, apparently not. Point being, by the time we returned to grab this iPad, less than like 3 minutes later.
Yeah, I really quickly drove into a parking lot, turned around, and just swooped right back. And it was gone already.
It was gone. It's like, okay, this thing is too heavy to have just floated away in the wind. There was that thought, and before I got back, I was like, this thing is going to be crushed into a million pieces by this point, where it was in the middle of the street. I thought it was just going to get run over 1,000 times.
It got scratched, for sure. There's a couple of scratches on the screen, but like...
Dang, I didn't know.
But like, it's
a little bit
fine.
Of a spoiler alert. Yeah, so then we were using... We were looking around the area for a while just in case, but then we were using the iPad tracking app.
Yeah.
And then we traced it to a CVS. There were people on our crew going into the CVS being like, have you found an iPad? Have you found an iPad? I can never do that. But like I was in the group pretending that I had the social skills to be able to do that.
And then it wasn't there. We called the police. Police said, we can't help you. That's literally what they said.
The police said you need to file it in the town that it happened in, and we were too far away at that point.
And so I got a new location, which was around a diner. So we parked in the diner,
and hoping... again, people on the crew going in saying, "Did you take an iPad?"
And someone said yes. Like I don't understand. Humans, please comment down and explain to me why you would do this. Why you would take it. First of all, you take it, fine. Then you report it to the police station, right? That's one thing.
They just took... Here's the thing. Maybe they wanted to get away with it, but then they wanted to look nice when they were giving it back. Who knows? They're like, oh, you found us. Amazing. I'm so happy you found us. I wasn't actually in the room when you actually found
Me
it.
neither.
So I have to kind of just imagine that's what they were like.
Well, apparently, very matter of factly, the guy came out, gave me the iPad, and just left. Like, I was going to give him, like, a thank you something, like a 20 or something like that, but he didn't even, I was, like, pulling it out of my pocket, and he just was gone already. I was like, okay.
He didn't want to be asked questions. That's what happened, Cameron.
That's fair.
He did not want to be asked any questions. It was a very, very exciting time because we're like, what happens to the film shoot now? There were a bunch of us that were going, okay, We're gonna have to beat someone up for this iPad. It's gonna be exciting. There were people in the crew ready and riled up to fight.
I think there's BTS of this now. So if anyone wants to release those shorts,
look forward to that.
So basically, my stint here has consisted of 2 short films and a bunch of planning.
Right. Were there any stories of the sort with the first film shoot? Because I wasn't there for that one.
First film shoot. Let's see. We had this like quote unquote biker gang show up, which must have been like
they were gonna. And you're filming in my town.
No, actual like 14-year-olds on bikes like annoying us.
You know, you say biker gang, I don't immediately think 14-year-olds.
Well, that is our equivalent of a biker gang here in small town. And then we had a couple people on my street, because we filmed on my street, go get a permit. And I'm like, and they just kind of drove by and said, "Get a permit." So we were in the street, and I was like, "I have one." Like, no.
Gosh,
but it was fun. It was a great shoot. People really enjoyed
pop
it.
Their tires.
Okay.
I hope you could tell that I was like deeply in thought of like what villainous things you could do to them. But
I can't with you. I can't.
You should call them short and awkward, which would be my insecurities in middle school.
Well, these are 2 separate groups.
That's my insecurities now. You were saying?
I mean, it was just a bunch of people. Like, some people would honk, you know how it is when you shoot outside. Like, people are...
I don't need to be shooting a film to get honked at while I'm just walking on the streets.
So anyway, I'm going to just let that hang in the room.
Whatever that means.
And so what I'm kind of... my whole point is, so we have 2 shorts that just got finished, or that are just finished shot. I have another short that's in German that I'm editing right now, so that's going to be exciting to finish up.
And maybe we'll put out a version on the YouTube where I dub all of the dialogue myself.
If you would like to do
that,
in
one
Justin,
take, without knowing what's being said first.
If you would like to do that, Justin, you're more than happy to.
Fellas, you're in for a treat. It's happening now. It's happening. Yes.
Plus Danny coming back once a month again.
Yeah, of course.
I
know he's excited to get back on.
And of course, I'm coming out with a new show that isn't Guardians, because we're still in pre-production for Guardians, trying to get money.
No show.
More money, because a lot of monies. So I'm going to be creating a show. Basically, the log line is that I have 28 days to complete a short film, and every 28 days we make a new short. And I vlog about it as well. So every other week I'll be releasing a video, one talking about the video that I just uploaded, which will mostly come at the beginning of the month, and then the other one in the middle of the month, talking about the behind the scenes of what I did for that one, because each one's going to be different and bring different people in.
And then otherwise we could expect Danny, we could expect podcasts, and a little secret behind the scenes things in production.
And then of course, the shorts that we just did, they of course either they go up on YouTube or they go into festival circuits, or a mixture of the two. So we're excited. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot on the channel now, which I'm really happy for. It kind of I feel
sleep.
None of us do. I feel like in February we kind of just sat there, did nothing, at least for Capgun.
Speak for yourself. February, so we be getting right off of...
That was right after the campaign.
Production. Gosh, that was an exciting month.
Well, January was so... and I know we had said we didn't even take February off, and then kind of it bled into March. And I'm just like, okay, this is not what I wanted, but it's fine.
Back in gear.
But yeah,
back in gear. Woo!
Starting April 1st, I'll be back into it, shooting more, I guess. Doing a short every month of, either with me, or just me, or other people as well. We'll figure it out. And we'll go from there.
So, to add to the excitement of the challenge, please comment down below what phrase you would like Cameron to include in the script of his next shorts. He did not give me permission to ask you for this, but I'm instilling it anyway. Or maybe like a prompt.
I'm gonna broaden that. Give us prompts. Like, give us things. Give me an object I need to use. Give me like something I need to, like a topic. Maybe a twist to a topic. So next month is April. So beginning of April is Easter. But it will be released on the 1st of May. So like you let me know, right, what you want to do, and we'll announce, kind of be posting what's going on.
Limitation breeds creativity.
100%. So I'm excited about it. I really am. But yeah, I don't know. What else have we been doing since the campaign ended? Because this is the first time, again, since the campaign has ended, that we've really done something where it's like,
Besides what we've had in production, so we're talking the new, we're talking the excitement.
Yeah.
But most of all, it's been getting a feel for where we're going and scheduling, and we wanna make the most of what's happened with the campaign.
Right.
And
we've already used your money, by the way.
Wonderful.
Part of it. We've already been using the money for the production stuff of the 2 shorts that we just completed.
I'm glad you finished that sentence and not make it sound like, yeah, we used up your money. Get lost.
No, and I know that we still have perks to fill out. That's going to start happening this month with specific things, and other things are going to take a little bit longer. But I'm super excited to be able to do this. So I can't wait for what's about to come. And next month is going to be a little bit quiet still, I think. If I get the German short done, I think that's when we'll release it, is next month, as a kind of precursor to the rest of the what's about to come.
Jumping right into the consistent monthly shorts, you said.
Yeah. No, well, it's gonna be before because I'm gonna start on the 1st of April with the consistent monthly shorts. That's when we start working.
Yeah.
So 1st of May is when the first one comes up. So we'll have one short, and then we'll keep going from there. But yeah. Well, I want to do those kinds of shorts on top of the consistent monthlies.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Wait. Oh my. Well, this is an add to the schedule. Then we'll talk out details on that later.
We're gonna have so much content, hopefully, coming out consistently.
Drowning in it. Oh my gosh.
I hope that everyone's excited.
Keeping you well fed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else. Working hard.
We're hardly working.
On scripts. Trying to get stuff done for the summer. We're working with our friends at Black Wolves to get some stuff done, of course.
Woo! They're the best ones. I gotta reply to a Snapchat. I mean, it's been days. This is me hoping that this is me putting a bet in that I gotta reply. Maybe Logan from Black Wolves will see this. I gotta reply to a snap he sent me days ago with something witty and clever, but I gotta send it before this episode of the podcast comes out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be absolutely embarrassed.
100%.
The challenge is on.
You got like 2 days.
Do I actually? Oh,
I want to post it up Friday.
It's sending a snap. You have to think of something vaguely witty and or personal. Okay, we're gonna be working hard on this all night.
All night.
Or for 30 seconds, one or the other. I think we're a little too loose, and by that I mean
you.
We should be even looser.
I think we're a little too loose, and by that I mean we need to be more. Are you high or drunk?
Neither, but we should grab some drinks. What do you think? Capgun Happy Hour.
Yeah.
Are you in?
Sure. Some point. I don't know.
Some point.
Let's see. Everyone, I'm on Clubhouse. Below. Justin's on Clubhouse. I forgot about that. We can talk about Clubhouse.
Clubhouse is a blast. I love being able to jump into like new communities. It gives me the vibes of being back in high school again, and it's so exciting in that way. Where it's gonna sound so lame, but like just meeting people based on common interests in a very specific format. And I love jumping into conversations.
I'm just having issues like connecting with people. I feel like actually talking in the chats.
Like socially,
yeah,
or like
Like actually like being a part of the conversation instead of just listening. And I know you don't want to do that as much as I do, but
Well, yeah, no, I talking to people is just terrifying. I don't know. I'll write in like a dark corner and I'll be like, well, these characters are talking, and that's my social fill for the day.
Jeez.
But
Um,
no, but I'll jump into conversation. It does help when you feel like you are like well informed on whatever the topic
right.
is. I mean, depending on the kind of group, you could pitch your own sorts of discussions, or make your own little private group. I don't know. Like, there's a few ways to go about it.
I
What kinds of groups do you join? Because in Clubhouse, for those who don't know, it's an application where you primarily join via invites, or you could join onto a waiting list. But when you're on it, you could enter clubs and groups based off of common interests. But what types of groups do
so
you
I'm a
enjoy?
lot of German-based groups and a lot of filmmaker-based groups. And the
Okay.
filmmaker-based groups are the ones where I'm having issues. And something that I personally am like getting a little tired of is a lot of these like filmmaker-based groups are a lot of people going, "Look how good I am," and I'm just like,
Self promotion's important,
It
but
is
I
important,
get where you're coming from.
but it's more than self-promotion. It's like, self, you know,
Yeah,
expletive. Let's put it that way.
it feels a little less like wanting to be there for for
Like
helping
it's
others
yeah.
and being part of community, and more so very self involved.
And the worst part about it is they come with the mantra of "Look at me, I'm being so involved in helping all these people," and all they do is talk about themselves and how good they are. And I'm just like, you're just lying, and I hate those kinds of people, and I can't deal with it.
Well, maybe beat them at their own game. You show off all your stuff, Cam.
I'm
Make
trying.
it a
I'm trying.
make it a battle. Make it interesting, and vlog the entire experience where
100%. That's
where
what we
you
need to do.
absolutely, as the kids say, pwn them.
As the kids say. I think that's our generation, Justin. I don't think that's.
Okay, fine. As the kids said 12 years ago. How old am
Yeah.
I? Maybe longer.
I have no words for that.
Because yeah, I'm in a lot of like voice acting circles, a lot of animation circles,
Right.
some filmy stuff. Um, I'm in a weird spot because I joined Clubhouse through my job, which is at a talent agency in their voice department. So I'm in a weird spot where I'm awkward about joining certain groups because I'm like, I hope no one sees me as like an authority who should know things because I work at a place that some of them even work for.
Right.
As voiceover clients and whatnot. Um, but
You and
so
that
I
authority that you don't
so
want.
any level of responsibility or expectation, like who wants that? Maybe I do know things sometimes, and I do like to
You know a
exert
lot
that
more
in
than
term.
you say you do. I think you just don't admit it.
Yeah, me
I mean, yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
I like to think I'm pretty decent in the world of voice acting, the world of storytelling,
I
but
think you're more than
like
very decent, but that's just. Oh, also, I have another update for the peeps and
for the peeps, let's
related
hear
to
it for the
our good old
peeps.
pandemic. I got one of these.
Ah, look at Cameron here. Vaccinated. He
Uh,
didn't have to wait an extra 3 months because he got COVID.
so for those of you
That's
that don't know, Justin was supposed to know the whole takeover at the
oh
end of the
yeah.
campaign,
I got crazy sick.
and then
Because of COVID, I was miserable for a week. I got it real bad. Something about like asthma and COVID just doesn't
and
mix
so
well.
if you were wondering why we kind of had to derail the whole last week of our campaign was
The whole
because
it
one
was
of the reasons
covered.
was Justin got COVID. And he is fine, as we all see. But
I'm actually just an AI replica of Justin, R.I.P. if you will.
But
that's where the campaign money went. Actually, it went to
the
the
funeral.
AI restoration
Oh, the
of
AI,
Justin.
yeah, 100%.
It took a lot of science, but everyone was able to recreate me with all of my typical YOLOisms. I mean, verbal ticks and dabs and whatnot. Dang it, I did again. Gosh, what word is out there right now that I'll steal down the line? What?
I have no clue.
Pog I already took, and by took I mean once things like are slowly losing popularity, that's when I pick them up. So now I just say Poggert all the time. I put my own little spin on it.
I don't even know what that means.
Do you not know what Pog is?
I don't think so.
Pog is kind of just a phrase that internet uses nowadays. Interneters use nowadays to exclaim like it's a very much like a no way, oh my god, in a usually like a positive way, and there's an image that goes along with it that's like a like you're just wowed. So people will just shout the word Pog to mean that they're blown away. Pog, oh my gosh. Usually in text, it sounds a little weird when it's said out loud, except when I do it, because there's like 1% irony and 99% awkwardness. And
I think it's more like 30% irony, 60% awkwardness, and 10% genuine confusion. I'm
confused all the time, and it's a problem. I don't know what's going on in my life at all. But that's okay, because I just ask a lot of questions until people get annoyed, which I didn't learn to do in school, might I note. You see me in like elementary through high school. Have I raised my hand once other than to go to the bathroom?
No.
I was terrified to do it. I wanted to look smart. It's so hard to look smart in school when you're raising your hand. That's what the kids that need to work hard do. I never learned to ask questions, and that has only derailed and ruined my life. I've got only in the last few years have I gone, wait a second, I need to catch up a little on this reality thing.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that.
I went through a lot of thoughts.
I like this. I like the two of us like this.
I like me and you and oh my gosh, are we like connecting? Like
I'd hope so, since we've been working together for 3 years at this point.
Understandable expectation. I'll send you a Snapchat soon at some point.
Cool. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean that's been that's been my life, is working on these shorts, getting all the campaign stuff wrapped up, getting all the money into. We have a separate account now for the production company.
Woo! Everyone in the audience clap. Woo!
We're doing the business things.
I'm working on so many productions right now. Some Capcom, some not. Honestly, I was prepared to like spill some stuff that I'm like doing not in Capcom. But seeing that this is coming out in 2 days, so I'm sure I'll link this on Twitter. So the people who came here hoping for anything in the slice regarding
we'll get mad at you
Epic or the upcoming direct really won't be getting anything. I was so prepared to say what's coming up. 5 days. I used to wear a watch on this.
But yeah, no. So I think I'm gonna suggest that we do this monthly. At the end of the month, we do a podcast.
Yeah, a little recap it up. Is it the end of the month right now? Oh,
it's
my
24th.
gosh, it's getting close.
So I think third week, right? Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I'm super in, and maybe we could have like guest stars, like your parents and one of them, or
your parents and one of them.
Or, I meant to say, or just one of them. Other good guest stars. Wait for it. How about How about Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob? He'd be a good one. Write that one down. Write that down.
Do you have these contacts?
There could be one where like it's just Knife here, and he's kind of just like doing
That.
it. Oh, hey, what's going on? You know, like he kind of just he's like there's so many opportunities here. It doesn't have to just be us two.
No, yeah, I hope we
could
can do that and talk about
get-
projects and talk about what we're doing, and all this
I think
kind
that's
of.
the only people we can get as guest stars. I'm sorry.
No one else.
That's the end of the list. Your parents,
Knife and the
Knife.
voice of SpongeBob.
Tom
I think we've
I'm so
broken
glad
Justin.
that I forgot I said that. Because sometimes I need my words like spoken back to me to really register the nonsense that it entails.
Yeah.
And we could get Cameron, but without the haircut. Everyone, round of applause. Cameron's haircut.
I got a haircut today. I don't know if you check Instagram, you'll see what it used to be. It used to be a lot poofier and a lot wider.
So,
But I got sick of
everyone,
it.
I need you to cover your screen right now so you don't see Cameron specifically, but you see the rest of his room. And then you're going to look at the Darth Maul mask in the background. Cameron, say that again about getting a haircut.
The fact that I got it,
Just say that you got a haircut.
I got a haircut.
Ah! He looks like Darth Maul now. That's a lot of haircuts. Probably skin too. Well, he's all red, you know.
No, I got it. I got it.
Are you sure? I could explain it some more.
I love the homage though to Darth Maul. Seeing as
Dude.
the first like 10 videos on this channel are all me in either Jar Jar or Darth Maul mask.
Have you seen the animated like I don't know how much Star Wars you've experienced.
I'm in the middle of
'Cause,
Clone
like,
Wars. I am in the middle of watching Clone Wars.
Oh. Okay, how are you watching Clone Wars? Because the audience needs to know chronologically or in how the episodes aired order.
There's a difference.
You'll get episodes that are like, well, my friend had a list of like how to watch in the correct order, and it'd be like, well, here's this one season 1 episode. Here's 2 more season 1 episodes. Here's a season 2 episode. Back to 1. Jump to 3. Back to 1.
I'm just watching it how they were released.
Which is probably fine. You just have to be aware of the fact that, like, especially in early seasons, they'll just jump around in time a little bit, and they don't tell you that they're doing that. Because I like,
I did
think one of the
notice.
first episodes of season 2 take place like right at the start of season 1, for instance. But like, it doesn't tell you. You kind of just have to like put the pieces together, and there's no storytelling relevance to them being out of order. It's not like you just found out a piece of information that makes this past event relevant.
They just
They'll
forgot
just
to
be
write
like,
that.
well, yeah, no, now is the time for a little jump back. And why not? I think the first episode of the show is the third one chronologically, if I recall. It's wild. Yeah, now I watched through Clone Wars recently. I had a lot of fun with that. And I'm watching Rebels now, and I like that even more. So I'm having a
Interesting.
good life.
I have a friend that says the opposite.
Most people said the opposite.
Okay.
That's what I've noticed. Clone Wars is the popular one. Rebel, I mean, like here's the difference, and I don't think this is by no means a spoiler to say. Clone Wars is like you want the grand, universe, and you're gonna just jump around every episode. Or in Rebels, you have a very specific, tight niche group of main characters that stay together and they grow together. If Clone Wars was just like following Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka every episode, and every episode they were growing together, like I'd be like, heck yeah. I still like Clone Wars. It's just not that.
Why? Well, I finished Mandalorian a while ago.
Love Mandalorian,
which I loved. Speaking of series on Disney Plus, I still need to watch the final episode of WandaVision. I'm waiting.
Really? Okay. I'm
Because only just because I'm waiting to get back with my girlfriend because we watched together. And then I
Aw.
have to start. Then I have to start going through the whole Avengers chronology.
Right, you haven't. Come on. You went through Star Wars and not. I mean, I know Star Wars is first, but like, Marvel is like the good Star Wars.
Then I have to watch episode 9 and Solo of Star Wars because I haven't seen those yet.
No, well, Do you though?
I just because I've heard things, so I need to see if they're true.
Not my cup of tea. But, and I'm sure I'm alienating people by saying that. But you can leave your hate in the comments. Tell me why I'm small and bad.
You're really on the small and bad train, aren't you?
I didn't say bad earlier. I said small and awkward. In middle school, I was afraid of being small and awkward. Now I'm afraid of being small and bad. I want to be.
You want to be awkward now.
I want to be a tall, really sweet guy.
Jeez. So yeah, I don't know.
Please do like at least like even like a live tweet or like anything that shows like your reaction to each Marvel movie, because I'm so intrigued. I haven't seen someone go through like all of Marvel in a long time, especially this late in the game when there's so much osmosis telling you, I'm sure, about what happens in these movies already without you having seen them.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know, stuff that happened in WandaVision happened apparently in Ultron.
Ultron's the start of a lot of things, for sure.
So I now need to watch, what is it, 20-something films?
Yeah, I think they're like at 22-ish, 22, 23, okay. Around. And I would just like...
I've seen Guardians 1 and 2, I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, I've seen the two last ones, which I know one is Endgame, the other one is something else.
The last... the Avengers before that, or the movie before that?
No, the Avengers before that.
Infinity War.
Yes.
So you've seen, aside from, I mean, this, I guess, Spider-Man.
I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies. I haven't, and I still want to see Doctor Strange. That's still on my list.
Okay.
And Black Panther would be the only thing from that area that I haven't seen yet. And then, of course, I need to go all the way back from Iron Man 1.
Define area. What do you mean
by Phase 4?
Period? Phase 4 started with WandaVision.
Phase 3, I mean.
Phase 3 would have been Civil War, Doctor Strange, I think then Guardians 2.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Spider-Man Far From Home, Thor Ragnarok, then Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Endgame, and then sort of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Well, wasn't that like a 3.5? That's what I heard.
It is. I mean, Sony, it's weird because Sony kind of just wants to film and release on their own schedule, which is why, like, we're getting another Spider-Man movie this year. And I assume Marvel's, like, kind of rushing to get through, like, at least a few of their movies, so they... Imagine Marvel just didn't do 2021 and we're like, well,
I think
Spider-Man movies are back to
Widow,
back.
What is it? Black Widow was coming out.
Yes.
On Disney Plus.
Just got delayed. But yes, it will be the $30 premium on Disney Plus. Yay.
No.
They're putting Black Widow for $30. They're putting Cruella for $30, and it's like, well, Luca, the movie that Justin specifically wants to see, we'll make that one free just for him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Disney Plus. Get ready for Luca.
I don't understand what they decide becomes the premium, what doesn't.
TBH, based on the fact that they did it with Soul as free also, my legitimate guess is that they want the awards contenders movies to be easily accessible by everyone.
I am fine with that.
Which makes sense. That seems to be the popular argument. I'm not sure if anyone from Disney specifically has said that, but it seems to be like the popular excuse for why the Pixar movies aren't. But I would love to see a new Pixar movie for the first time since, what was the one before Onward? Incredibles 2? Or am I forgetting one?
I think it was Incredibles 2.
That sounds right. It's been a while since I've seen a Pixar movie on the big screen, and that upsets me a little bit. It's gonna make me wag my little finger. Raya was $30.
Was that a good movie?
I think I liked it more than most people. I thought it's really strong thematic storytelling.
Is it a Disney princess movie? Is that what it's kind of going after? Is she like the next Disney princess? Because I was in New York and I was at the Disney store and there were plush dolls all over the place.
I'm gonna go yes. I'm gonna go yes. She's fitting into the Disney princess line, but like at the same level that like Mulan is, where it's like, here's an action character who is from a royal lineage. Mulan isn't from a royal lineage, but she kind of
but they've been kind of changing that mold for a while now.
Right,
who is a Disney princess.
Moana is royal lineage as opposed to princess.
Right. Moana. What else?
I mean, Frozen and Tangled are also recent, but they're both actual princesses.
Yeah. But like this like female strong character that they're trying to put into princesses to kind of be like princesses.
They kind of middle ground it. But I think it works to their advantage. A nice description I heard of Raya is like it's like a musical, but instead of musical numbers, there's fight scenes. I'm like, yeah, that sums it up. I liked it. Thematically, it might be a little in your face, but I'm glad I could tell you what the movie's about. I really like Moana, but I can't tell you what it's about thematically.
Coconut.
No, I recommend Raya. I don't think I could recommend Raya for $30 though. It might be a wait one.
They're all gonna be wait ones. Wait, but how long are they for $30? Is it 3 months now? Is that what they're doing?
Think, yeah, it's like 2 or 3, I think. Yeah.
Stupid.
But Lucas for free. Woo! Get hyped.
Good hyped.
Are you hyped?
I'm very hyped.
Everyone in the audience clap for Cameron being hyped. Yeah. Here we go.
I guess I'll leave it off with this. Next month we'll talk about the Oscars, which will happen next month.
Right. I should watch all of those movies that have been nominated.
The ones that I am definitely gonna watch are Nomadland, Judas and the Black Messiah, which I know wasn't Best Picture nominee, but I want to watch anyway. The Five Bloods, which is also same story about that. The Father, Minari.
Sure, yeah, these are definitely names.
The last one is the Korean movie.
I've definitely heard of all these titles. Like, for instance, we talked about Black Wolves earlier. On the podcast, they'll bring up these movies all the time, and I'll go, "Oh, this is probably what I should be looking out for." Yeah. I'll happily do an Oscars marathon and then be there with you for an Oscar recap where we could turn out our thoughts. Because in the past, I primarily just pay attention to the animation category.
For sure.
And out of a ton of after a great year for Pixar shorts, which there's been a lot of because they have the Spark Shorts program now, they picked my favorite one, Burrow. Yay! Which might just be because it came out alongside of Soul, so everyone was like more likely to see it. But Burrow's awesome and definitely is worth a watch. But a lot of Pixar's Spark Shorts have been. Highly recommend just marathoning all of them. They make it very easy to do so on Disney+.
For sure.
Woo!
Woohoo! So here's what I'll say. When we leave it at this, comment a couple things down below. 1, any prompts that you want me to do for my new series that I haven't named yet. 2,
very specifically for filming,
right?
Not just for Cameron to do.
Cameron,
I'd like you to stand on one leg and turn in a light bulb. Unless it's on film. I mean...
Could work. Number 2 is to give your Oscar predictions. And I got nothing else.
We definitely had at least one more prompt. Write down below whether or not Justin or Cameron was at fault for the iPad situation.
Sure.
Even though Cameron admits it was himself, but we'll pretend that there's a war raging on. Hashtag Team Justin, fellas. Zing. Zapparoo.
I'm just gonna do now hashtag Cameron Zapparoo. If I like post this and I share a link on Twitter, gross. I'm just gonna do hashtag Cameron Zapparoo at Justin Chapman.
Well, that's kind of sweet. I could appreciate that. We'll okay. Time to rename the podcast the Zapparoos.
I think at that point we're gonna have a great west of your month. And have a great
rest of the month, everybody.
And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
See y'all. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.